everyone, it's Victoria with Nutrition by Victoria, and welcome to today's video. So today I will be talking about my glucose testing that I've been doing. I am in my third trimester, and right when you enter your third trimester is when you are typically tested to see what your glucose levels look like, to rule out gestational diabetes. So I just want to talk about my results and whether or not sugar or high carb diet causes diabetes, because this whole pregnancy I've been eating a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet, unlimited fruits, vegetables, and starches, as well as sugar to taste. I've also been exercising, but continuing to modify my exercise. Now that I'm in my third trimester, my body's like, okay, I can handle less. So you saw at the beginning of this video that I did take my bike out, but my elevation has continued to decrease. I'm feeling better on the flats. I'm feeling better doing less, but still getting out there and getting fresh air and just enjoying being able to move my body. I'm doing prenatal yoga, as well as still using my rebounder and jogging about twice a week at a relatively slow pace. Comes out to about 3 miles a week right now. So, with pregnancy, it's so important to listen to your body. It's important to listen to your body at any point in time, because it really helps you to be in balance with your body, in homeostasis with your body. So you're not overtaxing it, you're not stressing it out, you're not causing hormonal imbalances or elevated cortisol levels because you're, going against where your body is currently at and what its current limitations are. So it's always important to listen to your body, do what you can, and, enjoy the process no matter what stage of life you are in when it comes to health. So what I've done for my glucose testing this time around is opted out of the glucose tolerance test. So I've drank this glucola substance in the past with my last 2 pregnancies, and I really just didn't want to do it this time. It has some questionable ingredients that are actually illegal in other countries. I like sugary drinks, but this one is just like straight chemicals. And they didn't offer me an alternative like just sugar water, because it is just 50 grams of glucose. And I'm like, well, why can't I just put a 1/4 cup of sugar in water and shake it up and drink it? Well, they said no. So what they said I could do for an alternative, my provider, is use a glucose meter, which I bought, and test my blood sugar, my fasting blood sugar, as well as my 1 hour after meal blood sugar 3 times a day. So I've been testing my blood sugar for 4 times a day for about 2 weeks. I'm all done with it now. And my numbers came out great. So when you're pregnant, they want to see your fasting below 90, and they want your 1 hour after meal to be below 140. And so I'll show you guys an example of my logbook. Okay, so that's for last week, all my numbers. And I eat a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet, predominantly raw till 4, where I eat fruit for breakfast, fruit for lunch, and have starches and vegetables generally for dinner. I will add sugar to taste, generally in the form of like lemonade or condiments or things like that. And I'll also show what my fasting glucose was this morning. That was the reading I took this morning, 88. So my fasting comes to be between like 83 and 89 every morning, which is perfect. And I've actually found that I've had a few times where my fasting glucose has been 90, 91, 93. It only happened a few times, but on those occasions, the night before, I didn't eat enough carbohydrates. So the nights where I eat a lot of carbohydrate, eat a lot of starch, my glucose reading, my fasting glucose is actually better in the morning. And there's something that's to that. And this really comes down to how to become insulin sensitive. So even with pregnancy, where you're in more of an insulin resistant state, you can still be insulin sensitive, especially on a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet. It really enables your body to stay insulin sensitive while you have all these factors working against you. And it's because when you're eating enough carbohydrate, you're giving your body the fuel it needs in order to make your body work properly, as well as fuel the baby. And because my diet is low in fat, I don't have any molecules of fat blocking sugar's absorption into my cells. So insulin is allowed to work correctly because I don't have fat in the way, basically. And that is how, to have normal blood sugar levels in a nutshell. Now, what's interesting about not eating enough and having a higher fasting glucose reading is that not eating enough actually makes you more insulin resistant by harnessing more cortisol. So on the mornings where my blood sugar was slightly elevated, my fasting the night before, I hadn't eaten enough carbohydrate, and so my body was utilizing more cortisol to bring up my blood sugar levels to make sure that I had enough blood sugar for myself and for the baby. So again, on the days where I've eaten enough carbohydrate at night, my fasting blood sugar levels have been below 90, and that's because my body doesn't have to use as much cortisol to bring my blood sugar up. I have enough reserves from eating enough the night before, so I have enough glycogen storage so that I don't need to use my fight or flight hormones in order to bring up my blood sugar. So I hope that that makes sense and that it helps you to understand a little bit better how to become more insulin sensitive. And basically, it's, in a nutshell, a high carb, low fat diet, emphasis on the low fat part, because a low fat diet helps your insulin to work correctly when it comes to transporting sugar from the blood and into the cells. You need a high carb diet and sufficient carbohydrates in order to have enough sugar for your body so that it doesn't need to use cortisol in order to elevate your blood sugar levels, because it's a cascade. When your blood sugar drops too low, you utilize glucagon in order to bring your blood sugars back up. So insulin's role is to bring your blood sugar down by transporting it from your blood to your cells, and glucagon's job is to release sugar from the liver in order to restore blood sugar levels. So that happens, glucagon gets utilized, cortisol becomes elevated in times where you don't have enough sugar in your blood in order to fuel your body. So this actually promotes insulin resistance as a byproduct, because it's signaling to your body, hey, we don't have enough sugar to work with, so we need to maximize our ability to store what we're eating. So basically, you can be eating a high carb, low fat, plant-based vegan diet, but if you're not eating enough calories, you can still be insulin resistant, which promotes body fat storage and imbalanced blood sugar levels. So I hope that all makes sense. I actually go into depth with this topic in my coaching program. If you're interested in learning all the ins and outs of the lifestyle that I promote and becoming metabolically healthy and achieving a fit, healthy, lean body that you can maintain throughout all stages of life, check out my coaching program. It's in the link in the description box. I also offer one-on-one coaching as well as my Ask Nutrition by Victoria coaching group, which is unlimited Q&A and a one-time membership for that group. It's really awesome. The members there are super supportive. So yeah, if any of that interests you, again, link is in the description box. Anyways, leave any comments or questions down below. I would love to do a pregnancy Q&A coming up here, and I'm also going to be making a video soon about fertility and how to increase it. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye.